how I can screw that up. We good? I can't tell if we're good. Are we good? I don't know. This is what I don't like about streaming on my phone. Now I can hear you. Okay, cool. I can get rid of this then. Okay, so what I need to remember is that the button needs to look like there's a microphone instead of having a splash to it. That's what I need to remember. Whew, it is a warm day today. It is in the 80s today in my room. Or one of my rooms. Whew. Here's living my best life. Thank you for coming here and making sure you can hear me. Usually something I'm not very lucky with. When other people show up and it's just like, you know, we can't hear this, you know, I have anything in the oven. I do have something in the oven. That's again out of the oven. I'm not setting up a computer anytime soon. Put that there. I get mixed up with the mic too. Yeah. We all get mixed up with something sometime, right? Mr. Banana anyway. So I'm very tired because I didn't go to bed till like 7 last night, or this morning, 7 this morning, I should say. And I botched a couple of things today. I wasn't planning on botching. So I'm very tired, but I'll be okay. Don't worry. The last time I was this tired, nothing really super bad happened. So we have nothing to panic about. Today's stream is literally titled The Day of the Week of Recording. I want to apologize for not doing a stream on Tuesday because I had a lot of things going on Tuesday, and I didn't have time to sit down and do a stream like I wanted to. However, this brings up what I was doing on Tuesday, which was I went to my state fair. And I love my state fair. I love it with passion. And it's so much fun. It was a absolute blast. But, take your time, bro. Well, thank you. That actually means a lot to me. But I got to go to my state fair, and I got to enjoy the festivities. And it was nice. It was honestly probably one of the best experiences I've had at a fair in a long time. And that's saying something because I haven't been to the state fair in like 10 years, roughly. So, yeah, it was nice to go. We have a lot of weird things at the state fair where I live, but that's kind of normal. It's become a normality, I guess is the right way of putting it. Because we just do weird things in my state. We just do weird things. We just have weird things that exist. Whoop. The camera's moving. Oh, it's spooky. The camera's moving. Where's it going? It's going to a place where I can actually stare at the camera a lot better. Why am I putting the camera over there instead of up on my fridge? Because I'm cooking and it makes my life just a little easier. Man. It's been a weird few days, so I'm glad to be doing another Twitch stream. It's not going to be a very long one. We'll probably maybe do half an hour tops. Oh, my back is out so bad. Anyway. But yeah, I went to the state fair. It was great. Out of all the things I brought back from the state fair, I brought this back. It is a bucket of lemonade. I mean, I don't have the lemonade in it anymore. I drank it all. But it's a legitimate bucket of lemonade. That is a thing that you can get at the fair. I want to go back, but sadly, the fair will be ending this weekend. So I won't be able to return. That's okay though, because I can always catch it next year. Nice. Yeah, it's real cool. It's also very dumb, because there's a lot of goofy things that we did at the fair, but you know, the thing about a state fair where I live is that it's meant to be very broken, and everything is something you'd never eat on your day-to-day life. Never. But the reason you're eating it is because it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. You only get to try that one thing one time. If I'm lucky, I can pressure my friends into going on Saturday. We can just go back and do it Saturday. I'd love to do it again. Will I get to do it again? Probably not. I'm not that big of an influence on people. Most people didn't catch it, but the people who did catch it, we reached 140 subs on YouTube. I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about that. I was super excited that I reached 140. That number is probably going to disappear at some given point, but I am not the most concerned individual about losing numbers. Okay? I'm just not. It's not something I worry about. I just realized that I've made a mistake here. Now I have to live with that mistake. That's okay. I can live with mistakes. They happen. Oh, big chat. I have to read that. I got the lid. Whoopsie. Got the lid. Oh, cool. It's like a carnival. Yes, it is kind of like a carnival. It actually, so, it's not much different from a carnival, from where you're from. It's not as different as you think. There are a few things that don't make sense about my state, that the state fair does that some carnivals don't do, or at least carnivals I've been to don't do. We have a thing called butter sculpture. It's very common for our state for people to craft things out of food. And so there's a person that every year, for tradition, makes an entire life-size cow out of butter. It's a real thing, and if I could show you a picture of it, I would. But it is a giant cow just made of butter. And there's people that are made of butter, there's statues made of butter, all kinds of things, just butter. There's also a ride that I got to go on that was 100 years old, and it doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere. It just exists. And it's really interesting, and it's kind of fun if you just want a second to sit and relax. But there's other things like horse shows. There's shows talking about local cuisine. That sounds cool. Oh, okay, that's something. Yeah, it is awesome. There's so much that goes on at the fair. And, of course, the other reason people go to the fair is because there's a bunch of food that you can't find anywhere except fairgrounds, specifically my state fair. It's really, really hard to find food like fair food. Now, that's not to say that you can't find fair food elsewhere, because there are taco trucks, there are deep fried trucks, there's food trucks that exist. It's a thing. However, what people don't get is that there are some fair foods that just can't be replaced, or can't be changed, and can't be altered. In my state fair, we have this thing that we got from another state fair called deep fried olives. And it's olives that are injected with garlic and jalapenos, and then they're covered in batter and deep fried. And you put them on a stick. Practically everything on the fair is either on a stick or in a bowl or a bucket. And they were pretty good. They were pretty nice. We also ate rattlesnake. I say we because me and a friend went. Violet went with me. Let's see. Deep fried rattlesnake, deep fried alligator, deep fried macaroni and cheese. We had deep fried, I already said deep fried olives. We had the bucket of lemonade. We had turkey legs. What else did we have? That's something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. It is warm in here. It's very warm in here. Let me point that to you. I'm gonna make my life a little easier. But no, the state fair is, but it is traditional for my family to go to the state fair, or at least it was. That was so we had to stop being able to afford it. And it had to be fizzled out because obviously we couldn't afford it anymore. All right, are you going to murder me? God, I hope not. All right, cool. There are so many crazy things I could have done on at the fair. We stayed away from a lot of the stuff that we just couldn't do because we didn't have time. The state fair, you have to dedicate several days to, at least 2 or 3 days minimum. For the state fair, wherever. It's a huge, huge undertaking. Like, if you don't know how fairs work, and you go to one and you just get lost, that's actually a good thing. Sounds amazing, but I'm not trying anything. Okay, for the record, it actually wasn't as bad as you would think. It was pretty good. But yeah, I would not want to just eat straight snake again. Would I do it if the fair was selling it? Absolutely, I would. I would 100% do it again. It smelled like it was spicy as all get out, but it wasn't. It was very sweet. It almost tasted like, oh, what is it? I can't think of it right now, but it almost tasted like a sweeter version of ground meat. It was really good. Let's see, what else did we do? We tried to go on the People Mover, but it was like cash only, so we couldn't do it, which kind of sucked because that was something that I had always loved to do, was the People Mover. We also saw a bunch of animals there. We saw horses, we saw an elk, we saw rabbits, we saw ducks, we saw cows. Didn't see any fish, which is fine. I'm getting a drink of water, don't judge me. God, I might actually have to open the window here. It's getting very warm in the kitchen because of the way I am. And I'm baking myself some biscuits. It's getting warm in here. It was already 80 degrees in here as it is. So, yeah. Let's see, what else? So, the fair itself is awesome, but there's the main fair, which is the state fair that happens every year, and then every county has its own fair as well. And all those fairs come together to create the state fair, basically. So one piece of each fair comes around and builds the state fair up. And when each county provided their own pieces to the fair, then there's the sponsors, there's the carny people, there's the other people who are like your carnival games, stuff like that. And then you have your truck races, your tractor pulls, your semi-mud bogging things. You have all this come together in one space, and it's this huge, huge money engine for the local economy. Because everything that comes to the state fair, besides the sponsors, is all local business. It's all local businesses that are either struggling or having a hard time during the year. And so when the state fair shows up, it gives all of those local businesses an opportunity to get known so that people will spread out inevitably across the state and go by to the local business that you just shopped at, say at the fair stands that they have. But we're losing a business that used to come to the state fair. It was open for 78 years, and it's closing its doors, I believe, at the end of the month. And it was in my hometown, and they were a big part of me growing up. And I'm sad to see them go, but there's nothing I can do about it. They're just bigger. However, the remnants of them will still stay behind. They're still going to be a shop that is willing to take on the role of the old store and basically keep the experience going. Are you doing all right in here? You smell like you're about to die. But yes, we eat rabbit, but it's more of, how do I say this? I'm going to try and explain this because as a Native American and an American, I have to be careful how I explain this. So, yes, we eat rabbit, but it's not a common thing to eat. It's more of, if you're tired of eating chicken, beef, pork, fish, whatever, you have alternatives like rabbit. You have that one alternative. We don't have bison anymore because people were idiots and murdered them all, and so they're extinct. They're all gone. And keep in mind that there were bison that were so big, they would not fit in this room. Like, they would not fit. I'm 6'2". They'd be taller than I can reach. They were huge creatures. And they were all killed off. They were all killed off during the 1800s. They were all killed off, and people didn't want them around because they were a nuisance, apparently. You couldn't travel outside of your town without a herd of bison being so big, it could take 2 or 3 weeks for the herd to move past. That's how big the herds were. And then they killed them all off. They were all dead. There's like maybe a few in captivity. But there's not many. But there are still things that you can buy for bison. And the bison that survives are the smallest breed of bison, which in itself is another problem. Although science is trying to resurrect them, so more power to science. More power to science. I'm talking about the fair. So most of the time when you go to a fair, going back to that topic, everything is fried. Practically everything you eat is going to be fried, battered, boiled, sauteed, whatever. So none of it is food you would incorporate into your daily diet. None of it. There's maybe a couple of places that you go to and it's like, oh yeah, I eat that on a regular basis, or I do eat that on a regular basis. But there are others where you would never touch them a day in your life because you were too scared to either cook it, make it, whatever. And that's the beauty of the state fair. Or state fair, I should say. I shouldn't just say that my state fair is the only good one. It's not. There are other ones that are a lot cooler, so I've heard. But my state fair is the oldest. It started way back in the 1800s. So that just tells you how old it is. Yeah, my fair is nuts. Are you looking healthy yet? You don't look healthy all of a sudden. hope that doesn't burn to death. If it burns, I'm screwed. Well, people in my country just started eating that a few years ago, and I'm not happy about it. But then my dad tricked me into eating it, and eating it, and it never tastes strange. Yeah, it doesn't taste strange, but it's not the weirdest thing we eat over here in the United States. It's not the weirdest thing. I'm going to now tell a story, and brace yourselves, because this story is 100% accurate, with a little bit of just, you'll understand. So, I'm a huge fan of seafood. I love seafood. It's awesome. It's delicious. It's so good. It's expensive, but it's so good. So we went traveling. By we, I mean me, my mom, my stepdad, and my little sister went traveling once. We went on a road trip because apparently that's a good idea to put your family in a car when all they want to do is fight with one another. Anyway, we're on the road. And we stop at this barbecue joint. We stopped at this, I think it was like in Wisconsin, I think. Pretty sure, it was either Wisconsin or Denver or something like that. I don't know. It was one of the states that people talk about that's like, oh, they do that one weird thing. Well, you know, I say that, that's like every state ever. Anyway, they had on the menu an item to eat called Rocky Mountain oysters. Now keep in mind, oysters cannot survive in cold temperatures. They just can't. They'll wither and die. They also can't, except for the ocean, except for saltwater ones, that's an exception. They also can't survive in extreme heat. Well, in my brain, I was told that it was basically kind of like chicken. And I was like, yeah, I can get behind that, so I did eat them. Rocky Mountain oysters are the testicles of a cow. They're the balls of a cow. I cannot make this up. I was so mortified after this, I went to the bathroom of the restaurant and actually got sick. And threw up all of my food, which is ironic considering I'm cooking it this very second. But I still haven't lived that down in my family. That is still something I get tortured with as a joke constantly. So, over here in the U.S., we got some weird shit. We got some really weird shit. And I don't like messing with it. Oh my God. Yes, I know. It's insane. It's an insane thing that we eat. And the crazy part is, in the South, it's a delicacy. Almost every place you go in the South of the United States will carry that kind of food. I don't know how people can do it. I don't know why people can do it, but they do. And it's the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten. Did I enjoy it at the time? Because I was tricked. The answer is yes. Once I learned what it was, I will never touch them a day in my life. You can put them on the menu all you want. I'll never touch them. So if you ever look on a menu and you see the phrase Rocky Mountain oysters, do not order it. I do not recommend it. Now, there are people who can eat that daily, right? There are people who eat that on a reg. I am not one of those people. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I did it once, and I still hate myself for it. There's a couple other really stupid things that we create here in the U.S. I'm trying to think of some of the other stupid things we created. I don't think it was us that created Jell-O, but Jell-O is strange in itself, and I don't trust it that often. Are you looking like a biscuit, yeah? I don't know. I didn't add butter to them because I said no. There are just so many things that America does that I look at them and wonder if they're insane. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we eat over here in my country, like, for example, which I will never eat again, because it looks like a big rat. I'm not going to try and mispronounce that because I don't want to do it, but a big rat? Really? Wow. That's insane. I might have to bring my big long charging cord in here. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, just so my phone doesn't die. All right, we have a battery charger that'll last us a while. Won't last us a long time, but it'll last us a bit. Plus, I can always just go and plug it in later. Charge up this little doodad again. All right, don't burn my face off. Smells good. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, yes. So, I was talking with a couple buddies of mine. We're working on this major project, and I decided, what if before the major project debuts, I tell a story related to the major project? I am currently, the only spoiler I'm going to give about this whole ordeal is that it's a fan-made Star Wars project. That is all I'm going to say. That is all you need to know. It's a fan-made Star Wars project. Yeah, I believe anything else, that just creeps me out. Yeah, I know. I believe that. But I'm thinking about telling a story about Star Wars. Specifically, the script that I've been writing for this major project. What is making that beep beep? It's my speaker. That's what's making that noise. You're not dead, so I don't know why you're making that noise. You're making that noise nonetheless. Me eating healthy for once, someone's gonna call me an insanity person for that. Yeah, I'm actually eating green, so someone checking me and make sure I'm not ill. But no, I'm thinking about telling the story of the script in a form that would make more sense, so that the people who are helping me work on it can actually see it and be like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Audio, no, that's yeah. Is that right? Is that racist to do that accent or not? I don't know. I have to be very careful when doing this. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Grab it. Grab it. Grab it. Go. Okay. I have biscuits. They look worse for wear. They look very worse for wear. They don't smell that bad though. Yeah, sounds great. All right, I'll tell that story at some point. I'll talk to my buddies and I'll work on the script a bit more before I actually fully tell it. But I think you all are gonna like it. I have made a. There we go. I have to make sure I don't burn myself. They are hot. I mean, they just came out of the oven, you dummy. I'm a little dumb. Only a little stupid. I don't think a lot of things through. What's cooking? Yeah, I was about to say, what's cooking you? Green beans and spinach, because I have literally nothing else to cook. So I'm just trying to make healthy food, because it's all I can make at the moment. With, I'm not joking, Red Lobster biscuits, because I don't know if anywhere else has Red Lobster, but it's pretty good biscuits. It's been sitting in that freezer for years, so who knows? Are you good yet? I mean, this is not what they look like in restaurants. Burnt ends included. Oh shit, I didn't need that butter. It turned out just fine without the butter. Nice. I'm not an idiot. I didn't need that butter. The box lied to me. Alright, it's cooled down quite a bit in this house. Let me turn that off. Whew. Okay. Now comes my other favorite part. Right next to my phone is my holiday candle. I'll light that up. Because it smells like pumpkin butter, which is awesome. I love it. I love pumpkin butter. Oh my word, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Your health is your wealth. I mean, yeah, that is true. Whew. That's a Bernie voice. Not burnt voice, just burning. Also, not that anyone saw it, there's a new Coca-Cola flavor out. I have already drank it. It is dream flavor. Would recommend. At least a solid 9 out of 10. I'm saving that big old bucket of water for work tomorrow. Alright. That's actually pretty good even without the butter. I wonder how crunchy it is. That's not bad. I did a really good job. That's the first time I've ever baked anything on my own. And I didn't screw it up. I'm actually proud of myself for that one. I'm very proud of myself for that. Anyway. This ain't an eating stream. I'm just hungry at the moment. Let's see. Oh, I should probably show this off. Hang on. As long as I don't ruin this, I'll be happy. That is my new album. If you guys didn't see on YouTube, here it is for Twitch. This is my new album that I picked up. Import. It was really nice, and I'm still listening to it. But yeah, I'm gonna go put this away because I'm scared of the grease getting on it. Anyway. Wow, my house is getting dark because of the freaking. I think I'm going to see if you can find the new Coca-Cola flavor. If you go to Walmart, they got them there. Just any regular Walmart or wow, that looks epic. Yeah, the album's awesome. Excuse me, that is the most putrid thing I've done on stream. And I've done a lot of nasty stuff on stream. Let's see if I made these vegetables. Very oily. Oh. Surprisingly, I didn't screw those up either. It's really cool. That's actually great. I'm so glad I didn't mess these up. Because I don't usually cook vegetables and stuff. So that's reserved for someone else who's better than me. Alright. That's pretty good. Anyway, what else was I thinking about? But yeah, like I was saying, State Fair was awesome. Got to see a lot of rare things and a lot of not so rare things. But all in all, it was worth every minute of going. I just wish I could go again before the end of the year, but it seems like a lot of places were closing up shop pretty quick. Get out of here, you gnat. Um, well, I also noticed that the chat started to pop up slow. Early on, it was fast. Yeah, I don't know why the chat slows down. That still baffles me. I can't figure out why the chat slows down either. I've tried everything to speed it up, and I don't know why it slows down. I think it's just an input thing. About 30 seconds. So it takes 30 seconds for the chat to go through, which means it takes me 30 seconds to see it. That means the responses are about 30 seconds late, roughly. That means the chat is moving, to me, a minute slow. That's really strange. That's really, really strange. Same thing with me. Yeah, I know. It's very weird. I don't know. I also don't think I have chatbot activated because it's clearly not working. Well, it's getting late for me, and like I said, this wasn't going to be a long stream because I have work tomorrow, and I got to go to bed and wake up at a decent time. So, with that being said, thank you, Cameron, for always joining me for a stream. I always love it when you stop by. If you want more content like this, please follow. It'd be awesome. I'm gonna go sit and just rest so that when I go to bed, I can actually get up at a decent time because I have work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, bye everybody. Bye bye.